Welcome to this demonstration of the Ekisa ScreenLogger product. ScreenLogger is a desktop screen recording product designed for network environments such as call centers and back offices. The ScreenLogger system can record thousands of workstation desktop screens simultaneously. Screen recording is typically controlled by a voice recording system, or alternatively by monitoring software applications. The Management Studio is software used to configure and monitor the ScreenLogger system. I'll start the demonstration by viewing the desktop of a workstation with the name of Kratos. If I click on Live Video, I can see what is happening on the workstation in real time. I will now be creating a short screen recording by clicking on the Start Test Recording button. On the workstation itself, the agent is opening a website and browsing through various pages. Let's stop the recording and view it. And here we see the video recording of the workstation desktop as operated by the agent. In the center of the screen, we have a control bar to play or pause the video, or I can move backwards and forwards. For the next demonstration, we'll set up an application-triggered recording rule for the workstation. I'll go to Rules and add a rule called Real-Time Clock. Let's use a single application trigger and set the title of the application to Time is. Apply the changes. We will now have a look at what happens on the workstation. The agent opens a web browser and navigates to Time is to show the current time. We can see in the Management Studio that a small red dot appears on the workstation icon to indicate it is recording. Let's let it run for a few seconds and then I'll be minimizing the browser. You can see in Management Studio that the recording has stopped. Now let's look at the video recording we just created. And there you go. Here is the video recording that has been started with the application trigger called Real-Time Clock. And the text that was used to trigger the recording is, Time is. And that's the end of this sample recording. For PCI-DSS compliance, the ScreenLogger product is capable of blanking out the video when sensitive information is displayed. For the next demonstration, we'll open the same browser for Time is again. On the workstation desktop is a text file called secret. Opening the text file shows password 123, which is our sensitive or confidential information that we do not want to record. And I'm going to set this up to trigger screen blanking while recording in process, until the secret text file is minimized or closed. To do that, I'll be going to the workstation's rules again in Management Studio. But this time, we'll set up a blanking rule. Let's just call the blanking rule secret and the text to search for in the application title is secret as well. Apply the changes. So now we have a blanking rule with the name of secret and a recording rule with the name of real-time clock. Let's start a video recording while we are watching the live video feed. Now I'm going to open the text file with the name of secret. The blanking rule picks up the text in the title bar of the application and it should blank out this part of the recording, until I minimize the secret text file. Then the recording should continue until the web browser is minimized or closed. Let us have a look at the video recording. There is the initial part of the recording for the Time is website. And now the entire screen is blanked out while the secret was shown on the screen. We can configure the text in the center of the screen that shows confidential to show a more appropriate message. When the secret was minimized, recording resumed until the end. For the next demonstration, I will illustrate remote triggering, which is typically done by a client application created with the ScreenLogger Software Development Kit, or SDK in short. If we have a look at the recording rules of the workstation again, you'll notice there is a default rule that's always enabled for all workstations. We use this for remote recording control. The ScreenLogger Software Development Kit supports two APIs. The first is a .NET Framework API and the second is a RESTful API over HTTP or HTTPS. Over here, I have a sample application for the .NET Framework API which is distributed with the SDK. A username and password is required for the SDK client, and over here I specify the name of the workstation that I wish to record. Let's connect. And now we are going to start the recording. You may notice it says recording there. And on Management Studio, I can see the red dot in the workstation to indicate that it is recording. Let's leave it for a few seconds. And now I'm going to stop the recording. To view the screen recording that I have just created, I'll click on Play Screen Recording. Each screen recording has a unique recording identifier which is created when the recording was started. The default recording rate is 1 image per second. This can be configured to be up to 10 images per second, but for typical call center applications where the agent's actions have to be monitored, 1 image per second is usually sufficient. Let's play the same recording back with the screen player. You'll notice that the recording is triggered with the default rule. And here is the screen recording again. And that concludes this short product demonstration of Ekisa ScreenLogger. Thank you for watching.